Some journeys begin with a roar. For those destined for the top, the world expects instant noise, a highlight reel in permanent rotation. But when Cooper Flagg stepped onto the professional stage, the silence was unsettling. His first weeks in the league, they felt uncertain, uncomfortable even if you were waiting for the arrival of a superstar. 10 games in, the numbers were modest, barely touching 14 points a night. His rhythm was off.
Work we never see. Coming towards this guy. And doing work right now!
The court had shrunk, windows closed faster, defenders seemed quicker than they ever had before, and the verdict was swift. This is the modern NBA. If the #1 pick isn't immediately transcendent, we look for a fault line. Too slow, too raw, overhyped. Part 1, the defining pattern. But that quick judgment misses the strange, repeating truth of his career. Look closer. This difficult beginning, it's not an anomaly. It is, in fact, the only way his story has ever started. And every single time, the final chapter has been completely different. To understand the meaning of this rookie year, you have to bypass the quiet stat lines of the fall and fast forward to the moment the trajectory changed, straight to the winter. 4 consecutive games, 30 points minimum, 5 rebounds or more. That specific combination of statistics is more than just impressive. It's historically scarce for a first-year player.
What a bailout for the Mavs.
And it's go! He's driving! He's scoring!
You have to rewind over 4 decades to find the last rookie who strung together a run like that. His name was Michael Jordan. Now, let's be clear, this is not a comparison to greatness, but when a teenager begins to inhabit the same statistical atmosphere as the game's legends, the conversation shifts. It's no longer about hype, it's about trajectory. How does a player go from merely ordinary in October to historically exceptional by mid-season? Part 2, the unconventional strengths. The answer begins with the very things the critics fixated on. At the Combine, his vertical jump, a respectable 35.5 inches, was not considered elite. Online, it became a red flag, an excuse to question his ceiling. Yet, basketball has always taught us the same lesson. Raw explosiveness fades, game intelligence endures.
Defensive rebounds and then run. He doesn't necessarily run, but he got a shot up and hit it.
Nikola Jokic dictates pace without blazing speed. Luka generates space without supreme lift. Cooper Flagg's strengths have always been feel, timing, and processing, qualities that are easy to overlook in a highlight-driven world. Part 3, early career proof. To really see this pattern, you must look back to the Under-17 World Championship. He was 15, playing against older, physically developed competition, yet he was everywhere. His rebounding numbers ranked near the top of the entire tournament. Steals and blocks piled up, and then came the championship game. 10 points, 17 rebounds, 8 steals, and 4 blocks. Numbers that sound fictional until you realize they are a literal record. And here's the most surprising detail. He wasn't even guaranteed a spot on that roster. Coaches had to wait, to observe, to understand how rapidly his mind processed the game. That moment unveiled the theme that now defines his entire career. Struggle first, decode the puzzle, then dominate. It happened again in high school. Older class, higher stakes. Outcome, National Player of the Year. It happened with Team USA scrimmages against elite talent, where coaches voted him the most impressive player in the gym. Different arenas, same final result. This pattern, which usually collapses under the pressure of the NBA, is repeating itself.
But it's stolen. And here's Coop in the open court. And Kogi chasing. Coop ducks around him and scores.
His debut was respectable, 10-10, but another young star dropped 40 that same night. For a moment, the climb looked impossible. Then came Denver. 33 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. He was attacking with confidence, finishing through contact. Even Nikola Jokic, one of the game's smartest players, remarked on the teenager's composure. This mindset was forged in college. At Duke, his scoring initially hovered near 16 points, and he struggled from deep. The final stretch, however, was a seismic shift. Over 21 points per game, shooting better than 50% from the field, nearly 45% from 3. A complete transformation. His advanced metrics, elite efficiency, a top defensive rating, leading the country in plus-minus, helped make him one of the few freshmen ever named National Player of the Year. Part 4, the historical peak. The evidence for patience was always there. And now, 51 games into his professional career, another historical threshold has been crossed. In the modern era, only 3 rookies have hit 1,040 points, 209 assists, 61 steals, and 41 blocks this quickly. Michael Jordan, Ron Harper, Cooper Flagg. It is not a promise of future greatness, but it is certainly not normal. Every defining rookie season has one night the league never forgets. For Flagg, it arrived against a familiar opponent. Early momentum belonged to the other side, but then the switch flipped.
Steal, Cooper, in transition, big finish.
Relentless drives, floaters, deep jumpers falling, defensive stops turned into a torrent of fast breaks. By the final buzzer, he had dropped 49 points. Teenagers don't score 49 in the NBA. He joined a small, rarefied group of rookies since 2000 who have crossed 45 points before turning 20. And the irony, he still missed the shot that would have forced overtime. A fitting end for a player whose rise has never been instant, never simple. Part 5. The inevitable ascent. The rhythm has returned. Questions first, answers later. Slow openings, explosive finishes, doubt giving way to production as the adjustments arrive. When a repeating pattern survives international competition, high school pressure, college expectations, and now the NBA, it ceases to be accidental. It becomes a prediction. This is where the story gets truly interesting, because if his learning curve is already shrinking and his takeover phase is already beginning, this rookie season isn't the full story. It's simply the introduction. And we've underestimated his defense. That is the quiet currency coaches value. His rotations are sharp, his help side timing is early, he contests shots without fouling, and he secures rebounds in traffic. These habits don't go viral on social media, but they earn minutes, and minutes create opportunity.
Isaiah Joe giving it up to Jalen Williams, and that is a block shot by Cooper Flagg.
He is still physically developing, gaining strength, mastering angles. Most rookies peak years later, not months. So if meaningful production is happening now, what is the ceiling when experience finally merges with that instinct? That question is why scouts are moving past the first 10 games. They are fixed on the direction of the next 100. The speed of improvement matters. The consistency after those adjustments matters more. The scoring bursts now flow organically through the offense. The playmaking reads arrive a split second faster. Defensive possessions last the full shot clock. None of this guarantees a Hall of Fame career. Development is a winding road, but the pattern directs our gaze, and his pattern points straight up. The smartest perspective on this season is the simplest. It's not proof of greatness, and it's not empty hype. It is the first unmistakable signal that something foundational is being built, one adjustment at a time. And if the past continues its echo, the next great chapter won't announce itself with a bang. It will arrive quietly. And then, suddenly, everyone will wonder how they missed the beginning when it was right here, in plain sight, all along.